This will be fun. Hey, I think we're live. We should be very much live right now. But we're going to find out because last week we had an issue with that. But welcome in, guys. If you haven't already liked the stream, please do that. If you're here for a podcast, we'll get to that in about 15 minutes or so. Right now, it's the pre-show, even though I lied to you. I lied to you because I don't have the sign up, but now I have the sign up. It's the pre-show. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Drip.
Hi.
How you doing,
I got
man?
the music on.
We're live in studio, and I see numbers ticking, which is the difference. Last week, there was no numbers ticking. I noticed that after we had that debacle. So, ooh, I like this music.
I like this music. It's good.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys, how we doing? What's up? Good morning to you, Power Mad, wherever you guys are in the world. It's a Mario morning.
Top of the morning to you.
Bow, bow, bow. So yeah, we're gonna get to some stuff tonight, Drip. We're gonna get to some stuff. What are we talking about?
We
Drip? What are we talking
are.
about?
Is this music? Is this a good level? Are we good here?
Yeah, that's good. It's good. What we talking about tonight?
Okay, tree up, Drip. You're damn right I did. Damn right I got my tree up. It's glorious.
I'm glad we
wonderful.
can't see it because I would be very upset if we could see it.
Oh yeah, I haven't put the one up down here yet.
I put a protest pumpkin up.
I saw that. I saw your protest pumpkin.
Yep. It's Halloween, bitch.
You and your protest pumpkin can kiss my ass.
I will kiss your ass.
Yeah, kiss his ass.
I'll kiss Pumpkin's ass too. I'll do it right now.
Do it.
Yeah, I should do Discord noties. Discord noties. Notifications.
Yeah, I didn't do any of mine yet either. I was just gonna wait and do them right now.
Yeah. Pod check. There we go. Beginning of live streams are always so awkward on YouTube. You know, Drip, I've been meaning to talk to you about it. I think I may have mentioned it to you. Well, I know we talked about like the fact that for you know the whole thumbnail thing on YouTube and like first 5 seconds of videos and stuff. I know we talked about that.
Yeah.
But along with that, I had an idea for our live streams.
What's up, Ari?
We should make a what's up, Ari? We should make like a 15-second video. Maybe even a minute. I don't know. We should go crazy with it, but we'll see. We should make a video that plays at the beginning of live streams instead of us doing this for a couple minutes. We should do a video. That way for live streams, when they get clicked on by somebody else, they don't just see us like, oh, we're live, Like none of that happens. They just see a video that starts to play. Excuse me.
Okay. I like that idea.
Like a little.
It gives us a little bit of time too. I like that.
Yeah, we should do something like that. So
okay.
Put it out to the world right now.
All right, I like that idea. Okay, I just shared that there. Where else do I need to share this at?
My visions are like some of your B-roll that you've made in the past, and then like transitioning into like us talking in microphones, laughing or something. Guests that we've had, highlight some of those, all in like a 15-20 second time span.
Okay,
with some music on it. I'll make the video. You supply some B-roll.
I can make it.
Yeah,
I have all the. I mean. If you send me the clips, I can put it all together to music and make it like.
I'm not gonna say don't make. If you want to make it, you're a more than capable editor.
If you I was suggesting. If you send me the clips of the podcast stuff, and then I can take care of the rest. Okay. I can throw it in and do all those.
Okay, sure, yeah, fine.
Where else do I need to put this? I guess we'll put it on Twitter. Why not?
We should push this too. Hey, right at the beginning of the stream here, we're doing a members podcast tomorrow.
We are.
And it's the last Friday of the month. I don't think Drip and I push this enough. So we're just going to mention that, hey, we're doing a members podcast only. This is the 4th members podcast. So you're going to not only, if you become a member today, you're not only going to have access to tomorrow's live stream, but you're also going to have access to the previous 3 pieces of content that we've made.
We've talked about some members. Juicy stuff in those 3 pieces of content.
We've talked about PlayStation stuff. We've talked about
we've talked about
Switch 2 stuff. We talked about
some super secret stuff. Super secret that we will never tell anywhere else.
Never.
Except in the live members podcast.
That's right. It's $5 a month. If you guys want let us know in Discord or Twitter or whatever you guys want to communicate with us, just not now. But like Jerb and I were talking about this in the pre-show. If it's too expensive, would you guys be up for a different tier system? Because right now we opted for no tiers, just one tier, $5 has access to all stuff. We can do something to where there's like a let's just say throw out a number, a $3 tier, right, where you only get access to the content, but you don't see posts or anything like that. We could do something like that. or I can make tiers basically. So you guys let us know if $5 is too expensive for you, or you just want different tier options. Let us know. We want to accommodate you guys.
Maybe we put a poll up about that. Not now.
We could
on YouTube.
We could.
It's a great way to.
I don't think
attention to the members thing anyway.
Yeah, perfect. I don't think I'd go as low as $1.99 or $2.99, but maybe like a $3.99,
$2.99.
Or actually, yeah, that's what I meant. What I meant was $2.99, $3, like $3, $5, $7. What?
So are you streaming after this?
I am streaming after this.
You're not gonna Fortnite?
I already told. I made a Twitch story today.
Did you?
I did.
How are those working? Do you like them?
I've done 2 of them. I think they're handy when you want to stream. I think you watched Harris's video today too.
I did. Yeah, I watched his video today.
That's basically what you're gonna use them for. And you can't. What I learned, you can't make videos and post them, which is weird. It's only pictures.
It has to be done through the app.
No. It's a picture. Pictures only. No videos at all. So because what I've learned stories to be is videos through Instagram and Snapchat. No. Which is weird because Twitch is a video platform, not a picture platform. But
that's strange.
Nonetheless, you can only post pictures on there. So I did make a video, and then I was like, oh, well, this video is pointless because I can't post it. So I was like, I'll just make one for the podcast tonight and I post it on Twitter. Just an updated version. But yeah, I'll be live on Twitch tonight. I gotta be live. I haven't been live in a while. I know you guys are Fortnite. Yeah. Maybe I'll make it an hour.
Stream all fucking week.
Maybe I'll make it a short stream. If we're having tons of fun over there, maybe I'll extend it. But maybe it'll just be an hour. Then I'll hop in with you guys for some Fort. I'd prefer to play Fort. Although I want to play Mario Wonder. I'm loving the game. So that's what we're gonna do tonight.
I need to get back on it. I need to get back on Spider-Man too. I haven't played in a couple days. Spider-Man's so good.
Did I actually press enter on these notifications? I think I did. I did. Okay. I did.
I don't think I saw any of them, but I'm also in Discord at the moment.
I press the buttons. Speaking of pressing buttons, please like this stream if you haven't done so already. We have 5 people hanging out. If you guys would not mind pressing that like button, can we get to 7 likes tonight? Not 5. We're already at 4. So can we get to 7? Is that a thing we can do? Bush lattes for the pod. Coca baby asks.
I have a Bush light peach in my Kyle Larson koozie.
Very nice, very nice. I don't have any. Bush
I do have a cool beer of the week that's not a beer though. I saw it. I went down to get water at Kroger and saw it, and I was like, I'm getting this because it's gonna piss Geeb off really bad.
I'm very curious as to why you think that. Like, there's nothing that would piss me off besides Bush Light apple. I mean, the only thing.
No, it's not that.
So I wonder if it's gonna piss me off. Whatever beverage.
It probably won't make you that mad, but it'll give me a little bit of a chuckle.
Hey, Coke Baby, Power Mad, Hari, those of you in the chat, just let us know levels wise. I know last week we had some technical issues, partly to do with chess. Obviously we're not used to having his setup on our show, but also my computer was acting weird that day, so my audio was just oddly loud for some reason. And I lowered it and it was still loud. I believe I got that all settled. My levels look almost perfect. I listened to the recording; they sound fine. So let me know how I sound. Lenny!
How's Lenny sound?
Lenny sounds beautiful. Let's check mine.
Oh, no!
There you go, mine work. Perfect.
We're playing a game tonight?
I have not prepared for it. Would you like to play a game? I'm always down to play a game. What we have not done is the game where we...
Yeah.
That's the game we haven't done.
Somebody's going to have to get us words ready, though. Someone else is going to have to do it. We can't do it right now.
Is she be down here? No, she's gone. Last week I asked Ms. G to get me words, but the thing is I know the words. That's the problem. We need like our own separate words. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, we can't do that one.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, wow. No, it's not.
I was going to say, did he nail it? Because Coke about to delete you right now. Hashtag ban.
Dude. Low blow on the Diamondbacks. Oh, man. I haven't even brought it up to him, man. I haven't even brought it up to him. It's been like 2 days. I still haven't brought it up.
I'm going to ignore that because Coke Baby's such a nice guy. And also, Coke Baby has decided he's going to send me a beer spilled. Baby. He's going to beer spill me. Or he's got I cannot talk. He's got a controller that he's going to send me, a pro controller that he spilled beer on.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's going to send it to me, and I'd never opened up a Pro Controller before, so I'm very interested to see. He says it still works.
There's not a lot going on in there. They're not too bad.
I fear of the corrosion happening from the beer. So my first thing I'm going to do is open it up, clean it all out, hopefully get that corrosion out of there.
Nice toothbrush and alcohol.
Or potential corrosion. Yeah. He says a little sticky, so I'll wash the shell. I'm thinking about doing a shell swap.
I like it. I like the idea.
Maybe
you should make a silent video about it.
No.
Okay, fine. Don't worry about it.
I'd rather watch. Dude, that shit's so hard. The lighting has to be perfect. The audio, the mics have to be so sensitive sound to pick up all the sounds of the brushing and stuff. But my house is noisy. I turn these mics up. You're hearing everything happening in this house.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It's not the thing. I get it.
I'm gonna leave that to the professionals, like Drip Media.
I don't make that kind of video.
I mean, you did silent unboxing. That was good.
I did do that. I forgot. Actually, I did 2 of those.
Got a question from the gaming Boyd.
The gaming Boyd. Have I beat Spider-Man 2 yet? I have not. I haven't played a lot later in this week because I played. Let's see. I played Monday, and I played Tuesday. I didn't play yesterday. And I haven't played today. So I'll probably get back on Spider-Man 2 once I get the kids back here tomorrow and get the pod done. I'll probably play Spider-Man 2 after that.
Cool.
And then a little bit through the weekend, but they're going to be here, my little two, and they're going to want to be playing Fortnite. But I mean, Saturday during the day, we're doing trunk or treats, man. We're doing all the trunk or treats.
Very nice.
I actually just got a great list of trunk or treats sent to me, which I appreciate so much. Now I know when all of them are. I can make a fucking schedule, man. It looks like from like noon to like 6. Just bam, 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 bam. Just hit as many. I'm trying to get like trash bags of candy, like ridiculous amounts of candy.
Right. Well, do it, man. Just go get too much.
It's gonna be
get
great.
Too much candy. It's always good. Thank you, Coke baby. I've had it set up like that for a long time now, but I appreciate the love, my dude. I do enjoy having
the Wii U screen.
I sometimes I change the game up too. Right now, anyone guess what game menu screen is playing? I think you guys can. It's possible. Drip, can you guess what game menu screen that is? I can give you the console if you want.
Is this a Zelda game?
I won't tell you that. I'll give you the console. Yeah, get in there. Get those old man eyes in there.
Is it Animal Crossing?
No. You should read the comments.
Minish Cap. It is a Zelda game.
It is. Minish Cap. That's right.
Wonderful.
It looks really awesome, especially when they get to that like ship scene and everything. If I had Link's Awakening on the Wii U, I would have thrown that one up there too. That's also a nice little menu screen. I surprised Hyrule Warriors has a pretty nice one. The original Hyrule Warriors. I put that up there. I don't feel like putting the disc in, but I want to try one night. I want to do Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, but those are just discs, and I don't want to do that. I'm lazy.
I did say wonderful. I did.
Wonderful. Yeah, but we'll be talking about some Mario Wonder tonight. We'll be talking a little bit about it. And
I want to play Mario. It's just, fuck, Spider-Man, dude. So good.
I know.
And then the other night, I freaked out. I have more time, but I freaked out because I was like, oh my God, I haven't finished my battle pass for Fortnite. And
when does that end?
Like next week.
Next week?
I think next week.
I really should just forego Twitch and do that. Play just for my battle pass. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say hi to my Twitch audience tonight. We're gonna do it.
I mean, you got Ahsoka, right?
Yeah. That's why I'm not concerned.
All the other ones are just like the last guy's cool. He's like this vampire guy.
Well, I wanted the guy, the meme guy. That's why I did want him as well. And I think I can still get him.
What mean guy? The main mean guy?
Yeah. I don't know his name.
Yeah, his final version is like a
I don't care about his final version. I just want.
He's like a vampire or something. Yeah. It's like an animal. I don't know.
Yeah, that I don't care about. I just want to have him. That would be great. But yeah, you want to get this party on the road here?
I kind of want to listen to the song first.
Okay.
Sure. This is a good one. This is a very good one.
Did you post this on your YouTube?
What?
Did you post this on YouTube?
What's it called?
Community tab.
I did.
Okay. Making sure. Before you start, Megablade says, what? What we doing?
I don't know. Before we start, what?
Is there or is there not a Drip Media Halloween costume party?
There's not. We dropped the ball on
He doesn't love you enough. Excuse me.
I did. I dropped the ball. I couldn't
Excuse
do it.
me.
With my Animal Crossing island the way it was, there was no way it was happening. There was no way it was happening.
I am going to do my best to resurrect the dead 4th annual as it is. My island's not ready, but it's certainly capable of being ready within a couple days. So I'll let you guys know if we're able to do that. You're still available to do. I mean, you don't have to do it on Halloween, I don't think.
No, I mean, if we're gonna do it, it's a Tuesday. Why not?
Yeah. I'm gonna do my best to make sure that it still happens. You know, obviously your island being gone made it very difficult.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm still down to be there, and you know, we can get some judges.
It wouldn't be as organized as it wouldn't be as organized.
That's what I'm saying. We've done no promotion for it. That's the problem.
Well, there's also no real reason to promote it because we're not doing any real prizes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, still, people want to come and win. I mean, prizes we could get a hold of. I've got enough stuff lying around. We can make some
just
prizes.
to do it is better than to not do it at all. Even if it's not quite up to the normal standards, it's still better to just to do it than avoid it. Clout.
It's just for clout. Costume clout.
That's right.
I like it. All right, let's do this.
Do it. This podcast was brought to you by Uncle Geeb Productions. Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the Drip Geeb Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is host Drip Media Gaming. We record this podcast live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also become a member of this podcast to get extra podcast content every single month, just like we are going to do tomorrow. As of the recording of this episode, Drip, tomorrow night is our the last Friday of every month. We do a live stream episode for members only. That is tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in for that. If you're not a member, links are down below. Drip, tonight we have a nice little show for you guys. We're going to be talking about Mario Wonder. It's a me because it's an amazing game. So we're going to definitely give some love to Mario Wonder. We're also going to be talking about the Switch 2 again.
We are.
And the capability.
Not really.
The capability. Yeah, not really.
Things about the insides of it. That's all.
Yes. Oh, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that little thing. But Drip, how you doing this week, man?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm doing fantastic. I got my Christmas tree up last night.
You had to bring that one up. You had to bring that one up.
The Christmas tree up, and let me tell you something. It is absolutely beautiful. It looks fantastic. And honestly, you know what? I'd like to go ahead, if you don't mind, I'd like to just go ahead and start with the beer of the week right now. Get it out of the way. Roll right into it.
Oh, that's what. Oh no.
I have a beer of the week this week that's not actually a beer, but since my Christmas tree is up and the holiday season has officially started, I did find some winter spiced cranberry Sprite. Tastes like the holiday season. It tastes like, a warm embrace from a family member. It tastes like Santa Claus coming down your chimney. Tastes like reindeer, the pitter patter of reindeer on your roof.
I'm very upset with you.
I know. I knew that would upset you. I saw it and I said, this is gonna piss Geeb off. That's my beer of the week. It is spiced winter spice cranberry, and I gotta say, if I'm being real honest, a little bit of a weird flavor. It tastes like cranberry and like sweet cinnamon too. I don't know. It's something's going on there, a little strange, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It does remind me of the holiday season, which we are in right now. Welcome to the holiday season.
No, we're not. We're actually not. It's actually
happy to be here.
You can tell by the pumpkin that I have my protest pumpkin that I've put up there. Behind me, it's Halloween season, and there's Halloween, and then there's Thanksgiving, and then there's some Jewish stuff that I don't remember because I'm not Jewish, and I'm sure there's other holidays in between. There is 3 months, my friend. You are 2 months early, almost to the day.
No, if anything,
it's too early.
If anything at all, I am 1 week early. Today would be 1 week. I mean, I put it up after Halloween anyway. The tree goes up, man.
Oh my god, I'm angry with you. I got Angry Orchard for what it's worth. Delicious apples, cause it's fall, not winter.
Fits your mood.
It's baked apple pie. I think I had this a couple weeks ago on the show, but baked apple pie.
You did.
I also have.
That sounds great, though.
I have secondary beer when I run out. I have the green apple, which I believe I did have for the show.
That one you definitely did, yeah.
So yeah, I got those drinking for those power in the podcast tonight. That'd be good for a potential beer sponsor. How amazing that would be. Powering the Drip G podcast.
Yeah.
Alcohol. But anyway, guys, we're gonna get to the show tonight. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It is.
Oh
no! Don't. Oh, you know me. Super Mario Bros. That was amazing. I'm so mad.
I'm sorry. It's great.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Pun intended. It is absolutely wonderful. And I want to take a quote that I watched or that I heard from a video I watched off of Nintendo Life today. They said the game is wonderful. No, but they also said that the developers probably called this game Mario Wonder because they were playing the game and they're saying how wonderful it is, and they're like, well, that's the name of the game right there, Mario Wonder. And I gotta tell you, Drip, I know you haven't played a ton of it, but I know that you know, and I know at this point that this game is a special game. It's a really good. It's not a Tears of the Kingdom to me. Clearly, it's a very different game as well. But if I'm talking like enjoyment level, I get just as much enjoyment playing this game as I do Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild. The enjoyment's right there, man.
It's good. It's great.
It's
fantastic.
It's missing the emotional, part of it that like Zelda gives me, but that's fine because enjoyment level, it's right up there, man. It's so much fun. I've only beaten level 3. I haven't even got to level 4, and I know that the levels vary in based off of like which one you go to first. I can't remember the names of where I'm at right now, but for you guys who've already finished the game or whatever, but it's so much fun. I enjoy it a ton, and
it's really good. I mean, we talked about this last week. And we all had very limited time with it at that point. But
of course.
After playing, I got to play it a little bit more after that. I played mostly Spider-Man. I'm going to say right now, I'm mostly on Spider-Man right now. Until I beat that story, you're going to be hard-pressed to get me to play a lot of anything else. But I did go back. I made myself go play a little bit that night, and then I played a little bit the next day too, just to kind of keep progressing through a little bit. But man, it's just, there's so many little things. It's just the attention to details. Just amazing. Every little animation, every little thing that they've done is just, you can tell, they didn't say, okay, here's Mario looking left, here's Mario looking right, here's Mario's jump animation. Like, he has 3 different running animations that like his face does different things. I don't know. It's just, there's so much stuff, man.
Well, it's perfect.
So good.
It's perfect that you bring that up, Drip, because I have an article here. I'm going to read a couple little things from here.
Okay.
The title of the article is, Turns Out Nintendo Spent Some of Mario's billion-dollar box office on making the next video game more like the movie. And that's basically all you need to know. That Nintendo spent real dollars on the animations of the characters within the game to make it feel like the movie animations for, parody reasons. So
I love that. I mean, I think that's awesome that they did that.
Yeah. And, typically, that's the article kind of states a little bit as you read it. Nintendo usually spends a lot of money on Mario games. It's not like they don't spend money on the games, but usually that money goes more toward, or not that Wonder didn't include this, but the money goes to the gameplay and making sure the gameplay is great, that's also present here in Mario Wonder, no doubt. But they spent extra money to make sure that the animations and game feel and blah, 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 all that has that same symmetry that it does to the movie, so people can watch the movie, like kids, for example, who watch the movie go, oh, the way, and they get the game, like, oh, yeah, that's the Mario from the movie I just watched. The way he looks, the way he runs, his sounds.
It makes me want to go back and watch the movie again. I haven't seen it since I've played Wonder.
Yeah,
like I want to go back and see if I can like pinpoint. Oh yeah, like that is like the game, or that is like, you know what I mean? Or that I noticed that in the game that's in the movie. I would like to see that at this point. That's very cool. That's very cool. There's some other stuff they've been like. There's some other little secret stuff going on with Mario too.
Yeah, I mean, and like there's it just goes to show. We talked about last week, but again, we had limited time with the game. They took their time with this game in all the right ways, which seems to be a theme that Nintendo's doing right now. And there's just it's the little things, Drip. It's the little things with the game that go a long way, and Nintendo just knows how to do it. And speaking one of those little things. I'm going to play a little audio passage. Obviously, Drip, I know you can't hear it. You can play the
I'm
video
going to play it for myself.
yourself there. But there's a little YouTube short. It's from CNET. I'll link that source down below. But I'm just going to play out the 1 minute short for you guys right here on the podcast. So here we go.
The music you're hearing right now isn't from a speaker. It's from the haptics in this controller. The Switch's Pro controller doesn't have a built-in speaker like on the PS5, but it does have enhanced vibration functionality. Nintendo is using those haptics to make the controller rumble at different levels, making it sound like notes being played. In the recently released Super Mario Bros. Wonder, when you run across the music blocks, your controller will make music. Try it out yourself, but you'll probably have to turn your TV's volume down real low, or maybe even hold your ear up to the controller to hear this.
And there we go, guys. So you guys heard him explained very clearly and nicely, better than I could ever do. That's why I'm not working for CNET, I guess. So basically, the game is making awesome music coming out of the controller, which is not unique because there's plenty of controllers that have speakers out there. This is not happening with a speaker. As we all know, the Pro Controller Joy-Cons, which I haven't tried with the Joy-Cons yet, but I know with the Pro Controller, I did test it out. Totally works. If you guys didn't know, sound is just vibration. And a really nice haptic motor is just making very nice vibrations. So you can control those vibrations and make sound, make what we perceive as sound, like notes out of it.
Yeah, so that's all coming out of the HD rumble, right?
That's all HD rumble. That's it. There's no speaker. There's no holes for it. It's just the rumble inside the controller making
there was
the music.
What other game had like a whole song at the end? Was it a Kirby? I think it was a Kirby game. When you beat the game, it literally just played a whole song.
I don't know. I do know that you could, back in the day when you had the iPhone 4 in particular, 4 and 4S, those specifically, because those had the very boxy, flat edges. There was an app you could get that would vibrate the phone, and you could, like, make your phone, like, move. Like, here's my phone, and, like, you can make the phone vibrate, and just the vibrations would move the phone across the table, and, like, you could control it. It was very cool.
That's kind of like the things that they have. What's the cardboard thing?
Oh, the Nintendo Labo. Yeah.
Yeah, they did
the
that
same
with a
idea.
Spider thing.
Yeah, the iPhone 4 did that 10 years ago, or more than that. I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was just really cool what you can do with vibration, and Nintendo's taking really cool advantage. Again, more of that money is being spent on just cool stuff. Not that Nintendo doesn't already do that, but they're amping it up a little bit, and I really appreciate that. That's what brings me back to Nintendo. It's just that little
absolutely
stuff.
Man, absolutely. Yeah,
just incredible. Again, I can't gush about Mario Wonder enough, but I feel like we're gonna reserve that for another day when we both finish the game. We can do our honest reviews, which will probably happen on the YouTube membership side of things, guys. If you're not a member already of the podcast, please do that. I know you guys are hearing this on about Friday morning for the audio people. And that means Friday night tonight, you guys are going to be able to watch us a private live stream just for you guys, just for you members. So anyone who wants to become a member, the links are down below. I don't think we push this enough. So make sure you guys go down below, become a member, and the last Friday of every month, we're doing a live stream just for YouTube members. So make sure to hop in there. There'll be a Mario Wonder review for sure. Tomorrow, what are we talking about tomorrow, Drip?
I forget.
Yeah, I forget too. I know that we have written down. The stream is made. I have it written down
just now, and I know.
Game of the Year. Game of the Year stuff. We're talking about Game of the Year stuff.
Yes.
And again, not just Nintendo. So if you guys have interest outside Nintendo, we're also kind of trial running that in the podcast via memberships. So make sure to hop in there if you like other things than Nintendo. Tomorrow is going to be less about Nintendo, more about gaming in general and Game of the Year in particular, and a couple other things sprinkled in within the hour stream. So make sure to hop in there, become a member. That plug is over. Thank you guys for that. Drip. Hey.
Yes.
It's October 26th, 2023. And we still don't have an announcement. We still don't know when, if it's coming, but we all know it is coming. It's without a doubt the Switch 2 will be on its way. I don't think it's happening this year. I think there's some people out there think it might.
God, no.
Think it's possible.
No, it's about to be November. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, I think if I'm not wrong, to correct me if I'm wrong, I think our buddy Switch Corner, or not Switch Corner, he's not our buddy. He stinks. Our buddy Switch Force, who came on the podcast not too long ago, he had said in a couple of his videos recently that it's I think. I don't want to speak.
A November announcement.
Yeah, November announcement is possible, basically. Yeah, so I've heard it out there. He and other people have said it's possible.
I mean,
I don't think it is.
It's an announcement, maybe at this point. I don't know, man. I think it's not like they're going to get in the way of any games.
No,
games are out.
No. But we did have something cool that is official. It is Doug Bowser, the man himself. What is his role at Nintendo?
He is the president of Nintendo of America.
And the president of Nintendo America all but confirmed backwards compatibility and a 2024 release date for the next system coming from Nintendo.
I mean, didn't quite say it, but I do want to talk about this because I think some of the stuff he said in here is very, very telling on where their head's at on most of this stuff. Let's see here. What did he say? This is the one thing I really want to read here. In the past, every device we transition to had a whole new account system. So they're talking about keeping the Nintendo Switch account system we have right now intact. Like that's going to go over, which I think is very cool. Nintendo account will always. A Nintendo account will allow us to communicate with our players if and when we make a transition to a new platform to help ease the process or transition.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There was a little bit more, and I'll browse through this here and kind of find some more of these little bits and pieces. But I mean, that tells me right there, they're looking at for this part of it at least, they're looking at basically what Sony did.
Yeah.
What they've done from the PS4 to the PS5. And I mean, Xbox did it too. But, you know, I got a PlayStation 5, literally unplugged my PlayStation 4, plugged my PlayStation 5 in, signed in to my account, and that was it. My menu or my games were all there in my library. All I had to do is download them. Like, no big deal. All the PS4 games were there. Not a problem whatsoever. If you've got a disc version, the PS4 discs work, perfectly. You don't have to worry about anything. And I feel like when they say, it's a smooth transition when and if that happens, I feel like that's exactly what they're talking about. So you're literally just going to be, it keeps that barrier kind of lower. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you do have to go buy a new console, but at the same time, you're going to be getting all the new stuff with that one, and you're not losing anything from the old one. You're literally it's like getting a new phone. You just sign into your stuff, and it's just there. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I feel like that's what they're doing, and let me ask you this. Why do you think they're just not coming out and saying, like, yes, it will be backwards compatible? Like, what is the reason, if any, to not say that right now?
I think, unfortunately, the reason for that is that it's not coming. I think Nintendo might do a lot of right things with the next console. Unfortunately, I feel like one of the things that they won't do is make more money. And the way that you make more money is that you sell a game twice or three times.
I know. I mean,
3 times.
You and me,
right? We mean, like, we going back to Wii U sales. There's some of those games that are on Switch, like Mario Kart 8, for example. If they don't have plans for a new one for a couple more years, then maybe they go, hey, rebuy it again on Switch 2.
Yeah,
and then 2 months, and then 2 years later, and then 2 years later, go, okay, here's Mario Kart 9. But like they might try to still sell us Mario Kart 8 again. It's very possible.
I wouldn't put it past. I mean, we talked about this.
Not to mention all the other games.
Possible.
Not to mention all the other games from Wii U that could be brought over to Switch 2.
For me, though, I think this is telling us right here, like, okay, I don't have that big of a concern over it anymore.
Yeah.
We've talked about this several times, but this tells me, yes, the Nintendo accounts, they're looking at these Nintendo accounts to do that specific thing. Is that's what everybody's doing now. Like, as much as you're right, Nintendo would love to sell us all these games again. I just don't know if they're going to be able to get away with that again, really. You know what I mean? Especially we've seen everybody else do this, where it's just like, yeah, sign in. Like, no, you don't get PlayStation, your PlayStation 3 games didn't come over.
Right.
But everything you had in your library on PlayStation 4 comes over.
Yeah.
Everything you had in your library on the Xbox Series, or I'm sorry, the Xbox One, just comes over to the Series.
I really want it to be true, and I still think there's definitely a world where that happens, and we get backwards compatibility. You just asked me the question, what could be the possibility of them not just saying it? That would be why.
Just because it's not there.
Just because it's not there. As far as like any other reason, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, honestly. You would think, I mean, maybe because the console is farther out. Again, just thinking about why they wouldn't say backwards compatibility, confirming it. a reason would be maybe because the console's a bit farther out than we actually think. And maybe it is like a holiday 2024 thing, and we don't get an announcement until like September, October next year. You know, that,
I mean,
that's
honestly,
it's still a possibility. I'm not saying I want it, not saying that I think it's going to happen that way. I'm just
put
saying
that in my head.
It's still a possibility that it's too early. You know?
No, I've stopped. I don't know. I've stopped looking at a lot of the Switch 2 stuff because I mean, believe it or not, me, the guy who just goes crazy on this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sick of hearing about it, man. I'm kind of sick of it. And like what I've done is basically in my head, I'm like, this is a holiday. This is going to come out this time next year. The Switch 2 is going to come out this time next year. I'm not worried about when it's going to be announced. I've kind of put that whole thing out of my head. Now, this DLSS stuff that I have for us to talk about here tonight, this is some interesting shit because there's a lot of stuff that we heard previously, even last year, stuff about chips from NVIDIA that we thought were going to be the ones that might not. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on. And what happened was I went down a rabbit hole. The other night. I was sitting on the couch. What had happened was I fell down a big rabbit hole.
Did you hop out of it?
One video. No, I just got right back in it today, right before this podcast. I'm still there, still hanging out in the hole. Welcome. You want to get in the hole? Hang out in the hole.
I would love to get in your rabbit hole.
Okay. All right. Yep. Set that one up. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, DLSS on the Switch 2. I think there's a lot of stuff going around right now and a lot of people making videos on this stuff that are talking about like the Switch and ray tracing and things like that I think have kind of spiraled. It's kind of like what's the game where you whisper something in somebody's ear?
Whisper down the lane, Drip. Whisper down the lane.
Is that okay? I feel like that's what's happened here with these rumors with some of this stuff because some of it has gotten so far off of like what is even capable, like possible, or what the Switch 2 will be capable of doing. Some of this doesn't even make sense. Like there's people out here talking about how the Switch 2 might be like a ray tracing beast. And that's what kind of got me down this hole because I was like, that sounds interesting. I want to see about that. The Switch 2 with ray tracing, and we're gonna
the Switch 2 will be 45 pounds.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to that later.
Yeah.
But okay, I wanna do a little bit of a recap just for anybody who doesn't know what's going on. A little bit of a recap. Okay, the VGC report we got months ago, right? 2 months ago. They were talking about how the dev kits had Switch 2 the devs had Switch 2 dev kits.
Right.
And we also heard about the Matrix Awakening demo behind closed doors at Gamescom.
Right.
Now, everybody was saying like, oh, this thing was running DLSS 3.5 on Switch 2 equivalent hardware, not an actual Switch 2. But what they were saying was Switch 2 equivalent hardware.
Okay.
Now, all they were saying about this was that it was using DLSS to upscale, okay?
Right.
That's it. Now, DLSS does a little bit more than I think people realize. It does do what's called ray reconstruction.
Yes. I think if I'm not mistaken, that's a newer feature from the newer
variations.
Yeah. Wasn't always that way.
It's right. But ray reconstruction basically builds ray tracing in for you. It's kind of like the upscaling part of the, whatever, the shadow, not really the shadows, more of reflections, buildings, cars, water, things like that.
Yes.
So it can build that with AI, which is impressive. That's very, very, very impressive. Now, that is not exactly what we were told we were seeing with this demo. But now it seems like you go watch these videos and everyone's like, oh yeah, the demo, it had ray tracing and this and that. It had all this stuff, but it didn't. It didn't. Now, before I get into, actually, we'll go into that Matrix stuff right now, because this is what's kind of interesting about the Matrix stuff.
Okay.
Now, the Matrix demo, we saw that when? It was right when the PlayStation 5 and Series consoles came out.
Yeah. And
that was Epic that made that.
Okay.
Using Unreal Engine 5.
Right.
Now that demo was not made to show off ray tracing. Like there's a little bit in it. Like there's some reflections and stuff, But this had nothing to do with DLSS. It was not showing off DLSS upscaling or anything to do with ray tracing. So I think people have gotten really confused at the fact that they used that and showed it being upscaled on the Switch is making them think that it's doing something crazy to it, because it's not. That demo was made to show off like 3 or 4 different things that Epic is doing with Unreal Engine 5. One of them is called Nanite.
Okay.
And that is visual geometry. So
Interesting.
basically building structures, how things are like loaded in and put together. And the other one is Lumen, which is like their smart lighting system.
Okay.
So that's it deals with more shadows, lights coming from this area, but I guess it's like crazy smart. That was the whole reason that they were even making that demo. It had nothing to do with upscaling resolutions or ray tracing whatsoever.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I think people are losing. I think people are losing what we actually like, what these people saw in this room, and have made this whole thing to where the Switch 2 is this untouchable fucking monster, and it's going to be so insane because it's going to have to be good. But I can tell you right now, it's not going to be what these rumors have made it out to be. This big ray tracing beast that's going to run, like you said earlier, 4K 60 with full ray trace. I mean, that ain't happening. DLSS can't do that.
Yeah, DLSS is an amazing technology that's only getting better. And it's using machine learning as well as a bunch of stuff that I don't understand to make lower frame rate and lower resolutions higher. Okay? It doesn't mean that it takes every game on the system's library and makes them significantly better. Okay? Well, it has the potential to do so to a lot of games, but it's not this. It shouldn't be the notion of, oh, well, the next Switch it's first of all, it's got to be powerful because look at the Steam Deck, look at this competition. It's got to be more powerful.
It doesn't mean shit.
And it's got DLSS, so it's got to be, it's got to be at least on par with the Steam Deck. And then if you add DLSS, then it's going to be 20 times better than that. It's going to be 4K 60 every single game, blah, blah, blah. And I just think that people are getting ahead of themselves with that. So, yeah, I think it doesn't mean that the next Switch isn't going to be powerful. I just don't know. Even from, if you were to say to me right now, which you go ahead and ask me, Drip, ask me, do I think?
I'll ask you.
Do I think that the Switch 2?
Tell me what to ask you, because I'll do it.
Here's what you should ask me. Hey, Geeb, do you think that the Switch 2 is going to be on par with the Steam Deck?
Hey, Geeb. Yeah. Do you think the Switch 2 is going to be on par with the Steam Deck?
I don't know. It's not that's not a no. It's just not a yes. Because I don't think it's Nintendo's priority to go, hey, we have to make our next system better than the Steam Deck terms of graphics.
It's not their priority. It's
not.
100% right about that.
There's many other things it's going to kill the Steam Deck at, just like it does currently with the fact that it's dockable. Now that the Steam Deck is dockable, but again, Nintendo does it better. There's plenty of things Nintendo will do better.
Oh, they do, dude. Like you dock the Steam Deck and try, like, it doesn't. I don't know, man. I can run Red Dead handheld and it's good, but dude, you have to change everything. It's like it doesn't just go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to change so much stuff to get it to actually look good and run the way that you really want it to run. It's a pain in the ass, honestly.
Yeah.
But okay, so here's what I want to talk about with that. Since we're on that subject of the Switch 2, like, it's not going to be this powerhouse, but it's got to have some power.
It has to.
Because this is another thing that I've learned in this rabbit hole that I've been in about DLSS. People think that this is literally, and you've said this to me, and I was like, I don't think that. But now I kind of see where you're getting these things where you say you think it's going to be like DLSS is just going to fix all these problems. I'm like, I don't think that. I think it's going to help. But you look around, and people really do think it's like this it just fixes everything. Like, you can just have, the Switch right now and throw DLSS in there, and then it's like, oh, it's 4K now. It's not how this works.
No.
Not at all. The Switch, okay, let's not even go into actually, we will go into the ray tracing part of this.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been playing Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man 2 is the only console game right now that if you want to play it 60 frames per second, you can still get ray tracing. It's the only game on consoles right now you can do that.
Press the button, Drip. Press the cheer button. because that's an accomplishment, my guys.
Fuck yeah, it is, and it looks great. Like,
That's
it is
incredible. Like,
incredible.
we're a Nintendo podcast, and I love Nintendo. I will love them forever, probably. But let me tell you something. Sony is doing great things right now.
Yeah, Insomniac actually they crushed it, man. But they said that they focused the development around ray tracing, so it worked. Like that was their focus, and you can do that. So I'm saying, like, yeah, can the Switch 2, if it has this DLSS 3.5 technology, can it do ray tracing? Yes, it can. It absolutely can if the game is built for that.
Mm-hmm.
But what the fuck is the point of building a Nintendo game on a handheld system for ray tracing?
No, in fact, I bet you ray tracing isn't even the only game it might be featured on is a game like a Zelda game, or that's maybe
Metroid Prime 4.
Metroid Prime 4, a 3D Kirby maybe. But you're not going to see ray tracing on Mario Kart, Mario Party, Mario 3D games. Probably not.
No, they don't need it. They don't.
It doesn't necessarily even fit the art style, because the whole point of ray tracing is to get as close to real to life reflections as you possibly can.
Yeah.
And name me one Nintendo game that tries to get to real life graphics. Name me
the
one.
Closest thing you're gonna see is, like I said, like Metroid, and that's not even.
It's not real life though. It's
not.
Maybe the closest. I'm thinking like Twilight Princess, maybe. Like.
Yeah, okay. We don't. Yeah, that's
20 years old game.
We don't know what the new Zelda games.
I'm just trying to think of the last Nintendo first party game that was trying to get to realistic graphics. Like I just can't think of any. Can you?
Okay, but here's the biggest thing. This is kind of where I was going with that. For the DLSS, let's just say not even that part, not even the ray tracing part, but just the upscaling. And even ray tracing. Actually, we can go with that too.
Mm-hmm.
Because either one of those things, for the Switch 2 to use DLSS to do either one of those things, it's going to have to be able to do it itself first.
Yes.
It's not going to be able to take, DLSS doesn't just take nothing and make it something. It makes the things better. So it's going to have to be able to do ray tracing and do it at a decent enough frame rate that they could put it in even if it did work.
DLSS,
that's the thing.
DLSS is the illusion of better.
Yeah,
for resolution, it adds. It does technically add information for resolution, but it's more of like it's more of like a like an optical illusion is really more of what it is.
And it's doing a lot of it.
And frame rates, it just basically simulates frame rates in between the frame rates that already are being pushed out by the console. So it's it's an illusion game.
It's AI.
It's AI. It's very interesting. It's still the results.
Deep learning, super sampling.
The results create a beautiful product, but don't mistake it as simulated hardware. It's really just optical illusions to the nth degree.
Well, and I think that's where a lot of people get confused too, because we've got so many things out there that are AI now. Like you can just type in an AI thing and say, "Give me a picture of Mario."
It's going to get more crazy as we go through the 2020s.
And these things look insane, and it just builds it from nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not the way DLSS works. It takes what's there, refines it, makes it better. It knows what it needs to do to make it better. But you have to give it what it needs first to make that thing better.
For sure.
So the Switch 2, to get frame rates we need, frame rates we want, resolution we want, and if they want to add ray tracing in after they get all that fixed, this thing is going to have a certain amount of power to even get the DLSS to do what it needs to do.
Absolutely.
Because it doesn't matter if the thing's running at 20 frames per second and they can get it up to what? I don't know.
40. I think the rule of thumb is kind of like double, is to my understanding.
Okay, even
the resolution, it's like go up a step. So if it's 720p, it goes to 1080. If it's 30 FPS, it goes to 60. I think that's like a rule of thumb. I don't know if it's
they're not going to be able to just put these games out like, okay, that's fine. We'll let the DLSS, and that's the other part of it too. They're gonna. I don't know exactly how this works. I haven't got this far into my rabbit hole yet, but I don't know exactly how you develop games incorporating the DLSS in, because I know it's something you have to think about that as you're making the game. It's something that you're actually working with in real time when you're making the game.
It's not like you can add it onto a current game that already exists.
Right, yeah, you can't just throw it on top. I mean, okay, with PCs and stuff, if it supports it, I know you can turn it on and off and do whatever, but yeah, the game has to support it.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then there's this other thing too, which I think is very interesting. I don't know. To kind of put a bow on that part of it, everyone needs to really just step back and maybe look into DLSS a little more before you start jumping the gun on what this thing's going to be, because it's got to have some power. And then, you know, as we talked about before, you get more power, you're going to run into other problems. What's the big scary problem everybody is afraid of is that battery life. Everybody's worried about that battery life. So they're going to have to strike some balance of enough power in handheld mode with enough DLSS to bring this thing to where it needs to be to get the third-party games. Because I think we can both agree that's what this is all about. It's getting the third parties there where they need to be, keeping them happy, and letting them be able to put their games on these systems easier without making it a huge thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think people are definitely missing the point, because we're getting these devices from ROG and obviously a Steam Deck and a lot of those other like Linux or Windows-based handheld PCs, right? We're seeing all this stuff, and they do so much more than the Steam Deck, let alone the Switch. And the Steam Deck on its own, it's like, if we could just have that, it'd be great. But people are missing the point, because we're seeing all this good stuff. And the whole, like you just said, the whole point of the whole thing of the next Switch, it's to be the same thing that we already have, just being able to get the third-party games that we don't have, like a third-party support, to full third-party support, not just like what can run on the Switch. Just like we want to remove
what
that.
They want to actually put the money into to make it run on the Switch.
We want to remove the barrier for the developers to be able to just put their game on the Switch without having to worry about if it's powerful enough or not. That's the whole point of the next Switch. If you're looking for more power, there are other devices out there for you, right? That's just the fact of the matter. And if that upsets you, I'm sorry, I'm just the messenger, don't shoot me, okay?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I think maybe I will not say that I was totally caught up in it, but I mean, before I went down this hole and really looked into this DLSS stuff a little bit harder, I mean, I thought it could do a little bit more than it can do. It does things. It does very, very impressive things, but it's got to have a base to start with. That is my next thing I want to talk about, though. What is this base going to be? What are they going to be running this Switch to with? Because something else, I got this from a guy. Check him out, Super Metal Dave 64.
Send me a link, and I'll add a source down.
Yeah, he does a lot of Switch stuff, but he found out something. If you remember back, I believe it was 2021. Some leaker out there was like, "Oh, I think I found out what Nintendo's going to use for the Switch 2. They're making chips, and the names of the chips are this and that, whatever." And they had skipped this one. They had skipped one, and it was supposedly a custom chip for something different. And at that point, it was like, okay, this might be the one for the Switch Pro, the Switch Pro, Switch 2, but it hadn't been used for anything until this was just found July of 2023. NVIDIA is now using the T239 chip, is what it's called. They're using it for their Jetson AI stuff. It's another variant of a thing that they're making for their Jetson AI. So the chip is now being used by NVIDIA.
Okay.
Not there. This guy was the only guy I could find the other night talking about this at all, and I think that's very interesting. So here is, I guess this is where we're at with what this thing's going to run on. It could easily just be this chip, right? It could still be this chip.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that at this point. I highly doubt that's all it is just, off the shelf, throw it in there. It could be something completely new that we don't even know about yet, because you have to remember this too. This was talked about back when we thought we were getting a Switch Pro.
Right.
So that could have been something that they like a mid-generation jump that they wanted to do. And this might not be that thing. You know what I mean?
This could be underpowered to what we could get.
Now this could be, that's what I'm saying. This could be something that wouldn't even fit the specs they need for what they're trying to do with the Switch 2 at this point. So it could be a modified version of this. Maybe an upgraded version like we kind of saw with like the Switch 1 to the Gen 2 Switch that did the better battery life and all that stuff. might be a situation like that, or they have something brand new, like I said, that we have no clue. Which I think that is actually very, very interesting to talk about, because if they've upgraded what that chip was, because that was supposed to be a pretty good thing from what they were saying, like that's got the power, like for sure, that's got what this thing needs.
Sorry, I had to.
Because that one had the power. That was the one. It was like, okay, this is a chip that can make a difference. So if that's on the back burner now, like what? I don't know. I mean, I have no idea what that's the part where I don't know. Like, it's very exciting to talk about. It's very exciting to speculate what it could be. It might be the same chip, but like that's a little out of my area when it comes to, an SoC. I don't know shit about any of that.
Asking the wrong guy here. I got no idea.
I mean, I don't know. All the stuff is basically, that's basically all the information I have on that. But it's like the ray tracing thing, man.
Yeah.
People got to calm down on the ray tracing because, dude, yeah, okay. Docked mode, fine. Like, how much of that are you going to notice, even if they did it? How much of that are you going to notice on an 8-inch screen?
Yeah. Especially one that's going to be 720p. Mark my words, the next Switch will have a 720p screen again. It will be 720p.
Yeah, it might. It might.
I think that's an area where they can not only save a little bit of costs, but just make it so people don't freaking notice as much detail, which makes it seem like it's got more detail, especially if the games look way better natively. So
yeah,
and not to mention the fact that the battery life hit you'd get going from 1080p from 720p.
Yeah, from 720.
As far as I know, battery technology from when they made the Switch OLED isn't all that different to when they're going to make the Switch 2 in a year or so. So,
and we've heard. I mean, there are rumors out there too that they're not even using an OLED screen.
OLED should help. I might be crazy. I just think OLED is more power efficient. That's what I've always understood.
No, I did look that up. I fought you on that on a podcast. I did look that up. You are correct. It is more efficient.
If only we could go back to...
It's not a crazy amount.
Back time.
It's not a crazy amount, but it is slightly more efficient.
And I believe that's almost exactly what I said that night, is that I don't think it's crazy, but I do think it's more power efficient.
I told you you were a fucking idiot. I don't remember what I said.
I don't know.
But yeah, I think you did say that. And then I was watching the podcast back, as I do most Thursday nights, because...
Mm-hmm. Because you're single,
I want to see. And I was watching it back, and we went back to that part, and I was like, I'm fucking Googling this right now. I need to see what's going on with this. And you were right. So I will take the L on that one.
Yeah, so I mean, OLED is a little bit more expensive, so they would only use LCD to save costs, but I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference for battery. But to go from an LCD or from an LED that we have currently, the OLED, to an LCD, that would be gross.
Think about this.
Unless there's tiers going on, like we've talked about in the past recently, where there's tiers of Switch 2s, and the second tier or third tier has the OLED screen, just like the Steam Deck. Second and third tier have this special anti-gloss screen. It's possible that there's a similarity there, and Nintendo does tiers. But again, I really hope that it's just all the Switch 2s have OLEDs, because God, those are beautiful. And if we've learned anything, Drip, it's that from the original Switch to the Switch OLED, it's that OLED covers up a whole lot of hurt, right? Man, it makes those games look so much better.
And I'll tell you what's wild. Like, my kids will be here. My youngest, she still just doesn't understand that, like, the Fortnite loading screen is a loading screen. Like, you can't do anything. And on the Switch, it takes a long time. So she's always like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Hand it to me. I'm like, dude, nothing's wrong. It's a loading screen. Give it time.
Oh.
But I'll sit there and look at that for a second. Mm-hmm. And then my other one will be playing on her OLED. And I'm like, I look at that and I'm like, oh my God, like what a difference. Yes. What a massive, massive difference it is.
Reminds me of something I think I've already forgotten since I remembered.
Nice. Glad I could help you with that.
Forgot. Yeah, that's all it takes for me. Just a couple extra seconds of holding.
I know.
That's all it takes. And then I forget what I was going to say.
I live my life like that, dude. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Man, I just had it again. I lost it. Man, it's like
okay. I got something for you to chew on here while you're trying to remember. Okay, so we're talking about the battery life. Obviously, that's an issue. That's something that they have to make sure they keep in check.
It can't. Can we all agree that it cannot be the Steam Deck battery? It has to be so much better than the Steam Deck battery.
No, it's gotta be at least what the Switch does now.
At
least.
I would say that that's being optimistic.
I would say if it's less, I would be pissed.
Oh, it will be less. Especially because, well, some people are saying they want 10-inch fucking screens, and I'm like, you're crazy. For many reasons.
Like what? Yeah. Why do you want?
It already got so much big. I don't know. Anyway, battery.
Yeah, let me get my Switch. Let me get my Switch.
Yeah, holding your giant iPad. It's just silly. I mean, like, come on, guys. Like, if you want a bigger screen, then play on a TV. Like, we can't. Okay. Back in my day, well,
yeah, we had
1.5-inch screens from like Game Boys and other little devices like Tamagotchis and.
Oh, here comes old man.
They didn't even have fucking lights, dude. They didn't even have lights on them. You had to wait in the car for when your mom's driving and you're in the back seat. You had to wait for the street light to come on to play your game. It did suck. I'm just saying, we don't need 10 inches of glass or whatever.
We don't. No, we definitely don't.
7 on the current. What's the OLED? 8 right now? 7, 8?
8. Yeah, 8's pretty good.
More than enough.
It's good.
The original Switch was enough for me.
Okay, let me ask you this. So, that chip, maybe the reason this, I'm kind of putting on the tinfoil hat here, but the battery life, whatever. We don't know about that. The screen, saving money on the screen.
Yeah.
Maybe they are saving money on the screen because they do have this brand new NVIDIA chip that they're getting. And that's where they need to save that little bit. That's why they're trying to save a little bit here, because they are putting something in it that is very new and very capable. That's also a possibility.
It's a possibility. Lars in the chat, we didn't even know what frame rate was back in the day. It couldn't be more right.
What the hell is a frame rate? What? I've got a total of 30 pixels on this screen. Like, what do you want from me? Like, no. Frame rate? Get out of here.
You dork.
Get the hell out of here.
Geek
That's
used
hilarious.
to mean, geek back in the day was a hurtful thing, not like an endearing comment now. Like, nowadays it's like, I'm a geek, and it's like cool. And now, back then it was like, that was like a very, that was like a derogatory term for people with glasses like me and other people who were just nerds. Geeks, nerds.
So how do you feel about that? Saving money on the screen so they can put a nice chip in there?
I don't think the screen's that much money to where it would save on a chip. The chip, my guess is like way more money than a screen.
Well, I mean, okay. Maybe it's not just the screen. Maybe they are doing things here and there to cut costs, to make it right price-wise, so they can do what they need to do with this thing. I'm interested to see what the chip's going to be now, especially knowing that the one that everybody thought they were going to use is now being used for AI, for NVIDIA.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I think that's like one of the most interesting things of all this. I mean, the DLSS rabbit hole I went down was fun, but finding that in the rabbit hole I thought was very, very interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. That's basically all I got on this.
I want to say, Drip, this was all you tonight. Completely you. Okay? I did my normal stuff, but the topics for tonight were all you. Can we get a round of applause for Drip? Play the button. What an episode! It's a little bit shorter tonight. I know we're gonna wrap it up, go to the after show here, because we don't have a ton more to go off of this topic. But Drip did all the research, put all this together for us tonight, and I just sat back and listened like you guys and interjected. So
I did talk a lot. I'm sorry.
No, it was great. it was perfect.
It was definitely one of those nights.
It was
for sure.
It was perfect. I think that was one of the best conversations we've had. And maybe because I don't talk, maybe some people are right. Maybe me and my tiny hands should shut the hell up and just let you talk, and I'll just sit here looking pretty at the mic. That was the original idea of the show, if you remember, which is I'm the host, and Drip does all the talking. Now my dumbass is like, I'm going to talk a lot. That was the biggest mistake of our podcast.
I don't think so. I think it makes it better when we both talk. I like I said, I told you the other night whenever I went into this, I was like, dude, I'm going to just write a presentation to bring to you.
It was wonderfully put. The whole thing, I loved it. It was, and we're gonna call here, guys. So make sure if you're hanging out in the stream, stick around. We'll be hanging out in the after show as we always do. And just a reminder, tomorrow night is the members podcast. If you're listening to this Friday morning,
become a member.
Make sure to become a member
Do
on
it.
YouTube. You get extra content. It does not get pushed
Hit
to audio feeds.
the button.
It gets to YouTube, and you can listen to it and all the good stuff. YouTube comes with that. So make sure to do that. We're talking about some cool stuff tomorrow night. It's
Hey, I'll tell you this. Members, I'll tell you, next person to become a member gets one of these hats.
Uh-oh. You heard it right here. And Drip, you can't.
There's one more up for grabs.
The audio people
One
can't
more up
see
for
it.
grabs.
The audio people can't see it. Or hear it. They're not gonna hear it tomorrow. So we apologize to the audio people. I guess this is a stream perk here. If the next
It's just a hat. It's a trucker hat.
next
with the
person to become a
logo
member
on
on YouTube gets a hat. And maybe I'll even forego my hat to get some. If we get two, I'll give it to somebody else, man. I don't
Yeah, I'm
care.
sure Moran wouldn't mind making me some more.
Yeah, maybe maybe he makes some more, and we'll just we can flex on here. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for listening on the audio side of things. Stream, stick around. We'll be hanging out in the after show, but for now, we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
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 After show. Yes, it is that time.
Put my iPad away now.
Welcome to the after show, everyone. How we doing?
Yo,
Welcome, people of the podcast. Those who are hanging out in the stream, we really appreciate you. New people, I think Lars might be new, at least new to the live stream. I haven't seen your name around here before. How you doing?
Yeah.
Welcome. We're glad to have you in the live stream.
Bro, I got the onesie on.
I see that. Yeah,
Bad idea.
man. You know what stinks about like being inside during the winter? Like I do like to change the clothes when winter comes around, but like wear more jeans more often and instead of shorts and put sweaters on and stuff. The problem is like when you're inside a lot, like I am these days, it's too hot. It's hotter than it's hotter than the summer because the heat's rolling in the house.
The problem it was hot outside today, but I didn't have the air conditioning on. I had it on heat because last night it was cold. And I don't want to flip them back and forth. And then I don't know. Then the sun went down and it got cold in here again. And I'm like, damn it, now I'm cold.
Yeah.
And I had to put this on before I started the podcast. But now, by the time we're done, like, got the sweaty pits. My hands are sweating. I got sweat on the brow.
My concern with the hat Drip is that I'm not a trucker hat guy.
I'm not either, but dude, I like the way it fits. It's not bad.
Put it on backwards for me. What's it look like backwards? Because I wear my hats
It's
backwards.
not terrible.
I just don't know if that fits, man, for me. You know what I mean? Not that I don't like the hat. It's just I'm not a trucker guy hat. I love the logo. You know?
Yeah, I'm glad to finally have it on a hat. I'm actually very excited
It's
about
very nice,
that.
yeah. And these hats are due to us from a long time ago. But the Drip and Jeep, when we make Drip and Jeep hats, which we should do.
Yes, we can. Moran said this. All we gotta do is make a logo. He can do it, dude. It's done.
Yeah.
Anybody can buy him, like fucking tomorrow.
I mean, we have a logo. We could do. It's not perfect, you know. It's something I came up with on the fly. Well, but actually, it's a combination of both of us, really, because you had the initial design.
I made one, then you made a version of it, and then we just.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just beautiful, is what that is.
Yeah.
Symmetry.
Mega, but of course I want to hear what non-podcast related stuff. But in the meantime, we're waiting for your response in the chat. Lars, love your Switch grip content. I'm sure they're talking about you, not me.
Oh.
I was thinking of the Nitro deck. Worried about scratching. Oh, the scratching of the Nitro. Yeah. Now thinking of Skull and Core Satisfy Ronin.
Yeah.
Those are good moves.
I'll tell you right now. I got
my
a
Switch
Nitro
right here.
deck. I got a Nitro deck video coming out, and I am fucking pissed.
Did it
At
scratch?
that company. Fuck yeah! It scratched my 7-year-old Switch, the Splatoon version.
Yeah.
It's got a fucking gigantic scratch up the dock. And my Zelda one, it's not nearly as bad, and I think I got it off there, but it scratched mine too.
That's crazy.
I'm fucking pissed, man. That's why I haven't made the video yet, because if I made the video right now, it would be an absolute hate fest, because I am fucking furious about
now, that. Now, I don't have experience with that. I do have experience with Skull & Co. and Satisfy, as you can see, that's what I rock on my Switch day to day. Skull & Co. has scratch Joy-Cons for me. Not bad. If it wasn't special edition, I wouldn't care all that much, but like the white ones just have little bits of little scuffy scuffs. And I've since swapped shells, but the older versions of the problem with the Skull and Co's is that those rubber first of all, it depends on what version you get. Do you get the first version that came out with, or the second version? And it doesn't matter, either version, both stick on foam pads that they have on there do not work well. Foam or rubber.
The new ones aren't foam though; they're rubber now.
Yeah, I have both. I have the rubber and the foam. The foam is gone. The foam is just gone. It's literally not there anymore. It fell off a long, long time ago. So there's
I don't know. I have.
And the rubber
like
doesn't do
100 of these
jack
things,
shit. The rubber doesn't do jack shit.
Let's see. I have
it's
the
not.
Zelda.
It
Look at
doesn't
this.
hurt. The Skull and Co doesn't. Is not very high pressure on the Switch case, so it doesn't hurt the Switch that bad. Doesn't scratch it, but it nonetheless. I don't like that it's plastic on plastic. Whereas,
Can I show you this?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Yeah, of course I'll allow it. But the rubber here on the Skull and Co is, again, you called it in your Ronin review. It's the Cadillac of grips.
It is.
Perfectly said. Perfectly said.
It is.
It's a little.
I don't like that one the best.
It's
but
a little.
It's fantastic.
It's a little more expensive depending where you buy it, but it's worth every penny. It's the Cadillac of the grips.
I want to show you something. This box right here. Can you see this? Let me zoom out a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
Megboy, that's awesome,
right
by the
here,
way, dude. That's awesome. Text that to me.
Is full
Oh yeah. That's your
Ronin grips. It's all Ronin grips.
Oh, Ronin? Ronin grips? You mean Skull
I'm
and
sorry,
Co?
not the Ronin grips, the Neo grips. I got the Animal Crossing one. I've got just the regular black one with some white. Got the panda going on. Little panda.
Yeah, panda.
Action.
Love the panda. Gotta love the panda.
What's this one? Splatoon.
Very
edition.
nice. Very nice.
The special edition.
I have that one too. I love that one.
Look at this. Look at this. This is all. Well, I've got my little things in here too.
Yeah.
But look. These are all colors of grips. I have so many, dude. I have so many. Like, no matter what Joy-Cons I put on there, I can make it look fantastic with all the options I have. I just really like them, man. I really like them. They're my favorite ones. I don't know. I think, honestly, anybody here looking at the Nitro deck, if you value my opinion, I would definitely wait, because I don't know if I can recommend that whatsoever at this point.
Nitro deck? Yeah, no, I
don't.
You and I have
like
talked
the way it feels.
You and I have talked about it.
Yeah.
Like personally, we've talked about it non-content wise, and there's different levels of reasons of why I don't like the product.
Yeah, and well, there's some that are like, what are y'all actually doing? Because this seems.
Yeah, it's just we'll save that for your video review. I think you should talk about that.
because I'm gonna dive into that before I do the
yeah.
We'll save that.
Hey,
little cliffhanger.
Ed Chang, really appreciate the kind comment. We have a business inquiry email if you check out the channel. If you want to send me an email, it goes to me, so it goes to my phone. You can check. Send an email if you're interested in something like that. I'd listen. I'd hear what you got to say. I'm interested. Not able to get Bush Peach. I also am not able to find Bush Peach right now. I know that you have better luck at that at the moment. There you go. It's in your Kyle
Gucci
Loxi
Kroger
game.
just keeps, dude. Gucci Kroger just keeps it in stock. They must keep it over there for me.
Yeah.
I did try a new Duclaw Brewing sour last night.
Oh, very cool.
Last night.
Very cool. Maryland based.
It was weird. It was called Oh Yeah, like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It was all right. It was decent. It was like fruit punch.
Yeah,
it's all right. Not their best work, but it was all right.
I want to try Duclaw. I would love to, when I go see my sister next to Maryland, I want to get some fresh, from the source.
Crap. Your sister texted me. Was that
you guys are still talking? What are you guys doing? What are you talking about?
She was
Leave
checking
her
in
alone.
on a plant. She texted me.
I know.
She was asking about a plant, and I meant to. God, I gotta text her back. What time is it? Is it? Too
I love
late?
how I
It's
told
not.
her the whole start of when she ran the ad with us. I told her, like, listen, just one sesh. Your basic plan, one sesh, just so we can get a feel and everything like that, and that's all we need.
She's been helping
and she
me out
was
so much,
she was like,
dude.
no, I'm just gonna give him 4 sessions at the highest tier, and also all of the help he needs. I'm like, girl, you don't need to do that, but fine.
Well, I mean, she's been helping me a lot. She was asking about the tree because I brought one of the trees in from outside.
Yeah.
And I think I told her, I'm like, it's fucking pissed. It is not happy. Very mad.
Yeah.
Because the bottom, all the little bottom palms are just like they were dying off. Because it's 3 trees. They were. I just every morning I woke up, like another one was like you could just see it just getting nasty. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
So I kept pulling them off, watered it, tried to keep everything where it needed to be. It's leveled out. It's happy now. It's fine. So
Very good, very good.
yeah, I was worried. I thought I was going to lose it. I got one outside. I got bugs on one. It's
Yeah.
outside right now. I'm leaving it outside all night. It's going to get cold as hell. Hope they kill all those bugs. I don't know what they are, but they're putting like webbing on the leaves.
That might be a spider, my friend.
They're little tiny orange. They might be spider mites, maybe. I don't know. The
I
thing
don't-
is, like, they
don't
don't
know
leave
what
the
that is.
plant. They just hang out on the plant.
Hmm.
They need it to survive, but they're also killing it. So I don't know.
I'm thinking about bailing on Twitch again because of Fortnite.
Yeah, Hero just texted me. Let me know when to hop in the chat.
Abby laughed at me. Abby's been laying back there on the couch for the whole time. I just heard her giggle at me. It's
Dude.
not. It's all.
Where are we dropping, bro?
It's
Where we
your
dropping?
fault, Drip. It's your fault. Because
Where
he
we
was.
dropping?
You're like, hey man, you're gonna bail on us for Twitch. I'm like, well, I'm trying to commit, man.
Dude, fuck it. Stream. Just stream Fortnite. Who fucking
well,
cares?
I was gonna ask your input on that. I talked about how much I don't like streaming Fortnite because I don't think it's good for the content. However,
It's not. But you know
However,
what? I did
I
it
need-
last time, and it's like, dude, at least you're streaming.
at least, yeah.
And I know, I play Fortnite, and my numbers go way down. But it's like, I don't know, man. I like playing
I think
Fortnite.
it might be better to go live on Twitch for Fortnite than not to go live at all.
Yeah.
So I think I might do that for like an hour or so and see what happens. You know.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll play.
It's
with
not
you,
all
man.
about the numbers sometimes. I just want to get. I want to get a live stream in, because I like the people, want to hang out with people. But I want to finish this battle pass. I would like to. It's not that I don't want to finish it. I want to finish it.
Yeah.
It's just there's not enough
What
time.
level are you?
Like 50 something. Just 50. Let's like 50.
Oh, hell, man.
I got away.
Yeah. You
I
got
gotta
to
wait.
play all weekend, man.
I'm not
I don't
going
know.
to do that.
That's
I want
the
to
thing,
get.
though. When
I at
you
least
play
want to
with-
get the guy. You know, the mean guy.
Well, when you play with the group, though, you tend to level up a lot faster because you're sharing XP on certain things, and like you're helping each other, especially with the daily stuff. It makes it go a little bit faster. So I don't know. I mean, I'm down, man. Whatever. You let me know. If you're not playing Fortnite, I will have you up right here. I will be watching. I will be playing Fortnite right here. I'll be watching. If you want to play Fortnite, I'll still have you up right
I
here.
can always go live
But
tomorrow.
I'll be here.
I can always go live.
Maybe you will just go live tomorrow.
I might.
Maybe.
Oh wait, Mr. Jeep saying something. What are you saying over there, Mr. Jeep? In the famous words of Garth Brooks. If tomorrow never comes. Well, listen, I'm satisfied. I don't need to come. So we're just gonna go live tomorrow. After show. Whoa, getting spicy. Bye-bye. Oh boy. Oh my God, Jakes! Jakes, we just said, oh boy. Look at us copying each other now. It's so cute. How cute are we?
Yeah, it is.
Hey guys, we're doing a members podcast tomorrow. Become a member, please. Be great.
Hey, become a member.
Be great to have some
Somebody,
members.
Become a member. Quick, do it. I'll give
no.
you this hat.
But
Not
we're-
this hat. A hat like it. You can have it.
Yeah, and we're gonna give you guys some content every single month, and we give you some updates every now and again when they're relevant and necessary, and good stuff like that. So
And feet pictures from Jeep.
no, no, not that. Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, there's OnlyFans for that. I can try OnlyFans. I'm gonna do that.
Dude, the Drip and Jeep OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.com/DripG.
Can we get a Drip and Jeep OnlyFans going?
Mrs. Jeep has left the chat.
Oh no!
Off the hizzy. We should leave now before we say something else stupid.
Yeah, I think it's perfect time to go. Great.
Guys, we appreciate you. We
time.
love you guys. Thanks for hanging out tonight. As always, there'll be a show next week. Next week's show might have a special guest. We will see.
Maybe,
We're working on it.
I'm working on it.
We're working on
that.
it. Also, next week, probably have a sponsor. Actually, it will.
We do.
It will.
We definitely have sponsors.
100% we'll have a sponsor next week. So that's
It's
exciting.
Binbach. It's Binbach.
Binbach.
Yay! Thank you,
Yay!
Binbach. We appreciate you.
That's very much. We'll have Binbach not on the show, but as a sponsor next week. Thank you, Binbach,
Yeah, for the next
sponsoring the next month of the Jersey podcast.
November.
That is awesome. And so we'll see you guys on the next stream, which will be next Thursday, maybe. We'll see. We gotta see what our special. We will accommodate our special guests. If they're only available on a Wednesday, we're gonna do it
Yes, and
Wednesday.
then remember the next week, Wednesday.
I have just for you because you
Yes.
asked. Yes.
Yes.
So I guess in 2 weeks we're doing a podcast on Wednesday. So,
Yes.
that's for drippies. You won't be.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
go
be.
see the Marvels. It's gonna be good.
I'm very,
Excited.
very excited for you.
Thank you. I'm excited for me too.
You're welcome. Guys, we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.